Yo, what's up, guys? I'm gonna try to explain this build. It's a pretty tanky build, sorcerer's build. I'm only level 72, and I'm able to clear like T60s. So yeah, helmet. These are like basically you want maximum life. Imprinted. The armor is great. The more armor, the better. And let's see. Tunic. Cold damage is good, shock skill damage is good, barrier generation, reduced damage from burning enemies because of flame shield. So you get, so the flame shield, it basically puts the burn on enemies around you and you get that damage reduction. Basic skill grant, 20% reduction for 6 seconds. And yeah, gems, you guys can see, red gems. And alright, let's see now. Gloves, critical strike chance, attack speed. You want lucky hit. I'm trying to reroll that strength into lucky hit. Imprinted, gain 30 increased damage to a set of types. That's because you keep switching by using the flame shield and the ice armor. And let's see. Now pants, healing received, that helps. I want to re-roll that though. Potion capacity, you can re-roll that too. You want total armor, that's like your main priority here. And imprinted, the armor, definitely want that on there. And let's see, boots. I just got these boots. As you can see, I didn't upgrade them yet, but mana cost reduction, movement speed, ice armor, also flame shield is good. Lucky hit chance, that's good. Or you can do something, or you can use something so you can run faster, of course. And weapon, vulnerable damage, lightning critical strike damage, all stats, damage to close enemies. You can also, of course, critical strike damage would be better. And yeah, that's the imprinted basic skill cast because you're constantly using basic skill and then using core skill. You keep switching between that, of course. Green gem, and let's see. Green gem in here, and basic skill damage, lucky hit, you want that because your primary resource, of course, because you'll see later on that I'm using a lot of lucky hit chance. And let's see, Tile Rashes loop, very good for this build because of the elemental damage and the bonuses. It resets, it refreshes all bonuses. You get a whole bunch of bonuses all the time. Lucky hit chance, resource generation is good, cooldown reduction is good. Non-physical damage, of course, is very good. And let's see, other imprinted chain lightning. This is very important. Chain lightning has 38% chance to chain 4 additional times. You'll see why that's important because the chain link is just everywhere. They're just popping up everywhere. Critical strike damage, damage to distant enemies, damage to injured, maximum life. I mean, this ring's not that good, that awesome. I have a better ring, but I don't have the chain lightning, the imprint for the chain lightning yet. So when I find the imprint with a similar percentage, I'm gonna definitely switch rings because you definitely want something else than that injured. Let's see, amulet. You deal 42% increase to vulnerable because of the skills. Because of skill sets, everything's going to be vulnerable, and basically you have a barrier all the time because you're constantly switching between ice armor and flame shield. So basically, yeah, you'll see later on why that is. And yeah, that's basically the gear that I'm using right now, and it's really awesome. I'm hoping for a better weapon soon. And but yeah, that's that. Now let's get into skill tree. Art Clash. Using Art Clash, enhance Art Clash, and then flickering Art Clash. You can use glinting for the cooldown reduction, but right now I'm using this because I just want to run around faster, movement speed. Yeah, and let's see. Chain lightning, you want to put as much in chain lightning as you can. It's not maxed out, but it doesn't have to be. But 4 out of 5 is good. And try to get bonuses from gear as well. Enhanced chain lightning. The 3% increased critical strike per bounce, that's really good because it bounces a lot, so you just keep stacking critical strike chance. Let's see. Now, the 30% chance to form crackling energy. Crackling energy is very good because you constantly get them and you're constantly moving around to dodge enemies and you're just picking up these crackling energies all the time. And you'll see the bonus on that. Right here, the greater chain lightning, I used it for a little bit, but I see that right now I need the extra crackling energies, basically. So, get into this. Alright, elemental attunement. Lucky hit chance to reset cooldowns on defensive skills. So basically you're switching between these two shields all the time. So you want them this shield and this shield. So basically, flame shield, you want to put flame shield grants movement speed while active, and flame shield heals because you're constantly healing yourself using flame shield, as well as the 2.1 seconds, 2.1 second duration, and it does burning damage too. That's where that burning damage reduction comes into play. And right here, glass cannon, of course you want to max that out because of the 18% increased damage. It's really good. Let's see, ice armor. You want to just put one in ice armor. I have another one because of gear. And then enhanced ice armor for mana regeneration and mystical ice armor. Because of the extra damage, excuse me. I gotta stop smoking cigarettes. Cigarettes are bad. And let's get into this. Right here, align the elements. Damage reduction from elites. You want to max that out. You want to max mana shield out because you're constantly using mana. So you get 21% damage reduction for 5 seconds. You're constantly using that 100 mana like every 2-3 seconds. And you want protection. Using a cooldown grants 30% of your maximum life as a barrier for 3 seconds. So you definitely want to use that because then you have a barrier active all the time so that all your other bonuses proc. Okay. And lightning spear. Lightning spear, you use that basically every 16.93 seconds, every 17 seconds. And yeah, because it applies vulnerable damage, so it applies vulnerability to your enemies, and for 3 seconds, which it helps. They're always vulnerable. Yeah, you want to use that. You want to, yeah, and it's extra bonus. Enhanced lightning spear. After critically striking, lightning spear gains a 5% increase stacking critical strike chance. Now your critical strike, you're always critting because now it stacks with the other crit chances. And now crackling energy. Crackling energy increases the damage of your next lightning spear cast by 20% up to 160%. This is very good. So you're constantly collecting these little crackling energy orbs all the time. And so lightning spear is just doing a lot of damage by then with the 160% because you're always getting that because there's a whole bunch of crackling energies. Alright, and what did I miss? Lucky hit chance, you want to max that out. 15% lucky hit chance, you want as much as that as possible. Barrier increased duration, just put 1 in that. For the ball lightning, this is for ball lightning, that is for, let's see again. Ball lightning is for, it's for unstable currents because unstable currents, it uses a random skill, so it's gonna use ball lightning. So you're gonna get ball lightnings all the time. from the random skill. And static discharge, you want to put 1 in static discharge so you can get these extra crackling energies from the lucky hit chance. Alright, and shocking impact. Every time you stun an enemy, you deal that much damage. And yeah, 2 is enough, because 1, as you see, it's not that much. And then if you put 2, then boom, it's worth it. It's worth it. But 3 is not worth it that much. Because actually you can put 3 in, and you can like put 1 in the, if your mana is good, then upon absorbing crackling energy you gain 12% mana. Yeah, this build is really awesome. And yeah, unstable currents, 1 in unstable currents, use that every like 50 seconds. You get the cooldown reductions, so it's like you use it every 40 seconds. And prime unstable currents. Unstable currents increases your attack speed, so attack speed by 25% while that's active, and that's active for what is it, like 10 seconds or something like that. And then unstable currents pulls faster. Of course you don't want to put that in, it's only 1 point. And right here we're basically maxing out all these. Coursing currents, hitting enemies with shock skills increases your critical strike chance by 3%. So this is critical strike chance. It's always like at 100% once all these bonuses stack. Critical strikes with shock skills increase your movement speed. So you want movement speed, you want to be fast, clear stuff faster, you know, farm faster, everything. Electrocution. Enemies deal 15% less damage for 5 seconds after being critically struck by your shock skills. Alright, definitely want to use that because of the damage reduction. And just 1 in shock skills have a 3% to stun enemies, so you're constantly using shock skills, and basically that's all you need, because like everything is going to be getting stunned all the time. So it's like it helps out with damage reduction. And last of all, Fear's Mastery. Close enemies take 15% increased damage from your shock skills. Deal 20% so you get the damage reduction and damage. Critical Strike increases these bonus to 20%. Critical Strike is always up high, so these bonuses get even boosted with 20% and 25% respectively for 3 seconds. Yeah, so you definitely want to use Fear's Mastery. And that's that. Now let's get into Paragon. Paragon, let's start out with this. So basically you're going to go over here for the damage, non-physical damage, and life. And you're going to want to go with critical strike damage because that's the most important. Critical strike damage. So you're going to go with critical strike damage with dexterity. Put everything dexterity. As you can see, each one, well, this one's 7, gives you 15% just from that one. And it's only at level, I don't know, it's only at level like 10 or something. So it's gonna get way better. Non-physical damage, you want to go on that. You want to put the resistances because you want the resistance, and you just keep going up. Board is for the static surge. It's very good, static surge, because it makes enemies vulnerable, and after spending 96 minutes, as you can see. So let's get into this right here. Damage to elites, very good, because you want the 16% damage, another 15 to stun because you're constantly stunning. Damage to elites, and you're going to move on to this vulnerable damage. This glyph is very important too, because vulnerable damage, as you can see, as you level it, because it's only at like level 5, so once you level it up, you'll get that extra dexterity, which is right here, and you'll get that. So you'll get the damage boost for 6 seconds up to 10%. Yep, and right here, stunned enemies because you're constantly stunning. And let's move on right here to the next board. You're gonna use crackling energy damage, because you're constantly picking up those crackling energies, and they're just multiplying basically. And you get the damage boost, 15% when you pick up 3 of them, because 5% each one. So when you pick up 3 of them, you're getting that 15% damage boost. That's really good. So intelligence is also good. So right there, non-physical damage node, and let's see right here, resistance, and intelligence is good. Resistance is, you want those. Yep, and let's see where else. Oh, you want to come up here with damage to elites, 16% damage to elites, and the non-physical damage, really good. You want to get all these. Damage, 8% damage to elites. You want to put all that in there. And down here you will have, from the crackling energy, you go to the non-physical damage. Maximum life is always good when you have those nearby. And non-physical damage, 4% maximum life. And just like that, you want to, that's it for now. Later on I'll show you what you want to do after that. So basically it's like that. Critical strike damage glyph, vulnerable damage glyph, and crackling damage glyph. So that's that. And let's see, where else, what did I miss? I know that I missed something. Skill assignment. Okay, so you got in enchantments, you're gonna wanna put your arc lash. See, let's go down here, enchantments, Arclash enchantment, because it stuns every time you use a cooldown. You're using these cooldowns, flame shield, you're using the shields a lot, and everything's basically cooldown, and so everything's getting stunned around you for 0.5 seconds, so you're not getting hit at all. Like, well, you're getting hit, but like a lot less. And here we go with the chain lightning enhanced enchantment. So chain lightning forms automatically after spending 100 mana. That's really good. So it's like a free chain lightning, and it's like double, you know, and because you're spending the mana. So again, modifiers. Chain lightning gains 3% increased critical strike chance per bounce. So once again, critical strike chance is always up there. And when chain lightning critically strikes, it has a 30% chance to form crackling energy. You're always getting crits, so now these crackling energies are everywhere. And you're just basically dashing around and just collecting them, and they're just doing their own work, which is very awesome. And that's about it. Check out another video to see how the build works. Like, it's just insane how much like electricity is just everywhere. Yep, and good luck. And if you could just like hit that like or something, that'd be awesome too. And yep, that's it.